Okay, so guys, today I'm gonna teach something really cool, and it's quite simple to learn. It's not a trick, and it's not anything hard. No crazy sleight of hand. It's actually a really cool flourish that you can do, and it's where you spread the cards across the table like this. Now I don't know what to call it. I guess it's just called the card spread. I'm also going to teach you guys how to do that, which I kind of just messed up on. But yeah, I'm going to teach you guys how to do these two moves. Well, it's one basic move, that, and then kicking the cards over is the easy part. But yeah, so this is really fun, and I'm going to teach you guys how to do it. Now, why am I teaching you how to do this move instead of teaching you how to do a trick or some other sleight of hand like a double lift, which you may have heard of, or something like that? Well, the reason why I'm teaching you is because when you're performing and when you're doing magic, you want people to see you as credible, and not just credible because of the tricks you perform, but also because of the way in which you handle the cards, like the style you have and all that. So doing fancy card moves is something that really actually helps. And this spreading the deck across the table, especially if you're doing magic on a table, really helps, and it looks really good. Doing moves like that are really awesome. Another move that I like to do is the card fan, like that. You can also do it with two hands, and it's hard to do with the camera like this, but the card fan is another move that I like to do, and I'll teach that to you guys in a later video. It's pretty simple actually, but for today's tutorial we're going to learn how to spread a deck of cards across the table and then flip it. Alright, so let's get into the tutorial. Okay, so this is really simple and really easy to take you, I'd say, a day to learn. If you practice for 2 hours, or maybe even less if you're a fast learner, you'll get it. It's really easy to learn. It's really simple. But what you have to do to make this card spread work and make it look nice is to use your pointer finger. When I showed it to my friends in the past, they've often just taken the deck and gone like this and tried to spread it, or made a jumbled mess of it because they weren't spreading it right. The goal of doing the spread, how you do the spread, is to just use your pointer finger. That's the main point. So you want to hold the deck in Biddle grip to start off. Biddle grip is the name of the way I'm holding the deck now, with your two fingers, your middle finger and your ring finger, on the top portion of the deck. Some people put all three. I like to use just my middle finger and my ring finger, and your pointer finger is free to interact with the rest of the deck. And you use Biddle grip when you're cutting a deck, when you're doing different false cuts and all that stuff. But for the purposes of this video, you're going to use Biddle grip to do the card spread. So how do you do this spread? Very simple. You go into Biddle grip, your two fingers at the top portion of the deck, which means away from your body, and your thumb on the back side of the deck, which means in towards your body. And you're just going to literally, guiding the deck with your pointer finger, spread it across the table. And this literally just takes practice. I can't explain how specifically to get all the cards even to you. You get a feel for it, but I'm just giving you the recipe for how to do it. If you want the cards to be even, you need to use your pointer finger to spread them across the table. Don't use your hand to do it. Your hand is just going to hold the deck. That's the only thing. But your pointer finger does all the spreading. You see how when I spread, I'm not taking my whole hand and suffocating the deck and going like this? It still looked okay, but that's because I know how to do the spread. But you see the beginning is messed up. But if you want the deck completely even, going from one corner to the next, or as even as possible, use your pointer finger to do it. And just your pointer finger. So yeah, hold the deck in Biddle grip. Using your pointer finger, place the deck down and spread. Second part of this, which is also easy. How do I get the deck to flip across the table? So go like this and then like that. You're going to do the same spread, only difference that you're going to leave your two pointer fingers at the top of the deck before you start the spread. So you're just going to keep those fingers there, and then you're going to flip the deck. And see, I totally failed that just now because I'm teaching it and looking at the camera at the same time as I'm teaching. I have to just look at the table. But without looking at the camera, so if I don't get this right, just bear with me. But you take your pointer fingers, put them at the front of the deck, and then you just cascade the deck by giving it a quick flick. You're not taking the deck and flinging it like that, or the whole deck will just mess up. And you have to put some effort into it, or it'll just be lingering halfway and it'll just drop like that. You're going to have to give it a decent flick, and all of this takes practice, so it's going to take you a few times to learn it, but it's really simple. Take your pointer fingers, do that same spread using your pointer finger on your right hand, and you just give it a little flick with your left hand. And if you're left-handed, you do the opposite thing. You spread with your left hand and spread, I guess, going this way. Let me see. I've never tried it with my left hand before. But yeah, I'm not left-handed, so I can't do it. But you spread and flick it. You get what I mean. Really, really simple spreads. And you can get creative with this, guys, once you learn how to do it. You don't have to all move the deck one way in one straight line. You can make a little S, like I like to do sometimes. You know what I mean? Just have fun with it. And it really gets your audience involved, and it's really cool, because they see you know how to handle cards. And even if you don't know all these fancy flourishes that you see guys performing and stuff, if you know these simple card tricks, people will take you as credible, wow, and reliable, and they'll definitely want to see you perform and see what other stuff you can do. I'm just really tired because I'm making this video at like 3 in the morning, so don't judge me. I actually do know how to handle cards to an extent. I could always get better. But yeah. Thanks guys for watching this video. And yeah.